See y'all in part 2. In your business, and that there are multiple roles to fill, but not realizing the extensive workload it requires on you. Basically, like what we were just talking about. Like, are we gonna include this in the intro? Hey y'all, what's up? Hey y'all, what's up? It's Slay the Renee way. Okay.
Hey. Hey. Okay. We're not just dramatic.
We really not just dramatic, but we gotta show y'all like what it's like to be an entrepreneur.
And it really be feeling like that in my chest.
It do. But roll the clips. Get into the video.
Alright, y'all.
Don't start this shit. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. It's too much space on my side.
Yeah, that's why I tilted it a little bit.
Alright, y'all.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
What's up, lovelies? Oh my gosh, okay, we did not say different. Because I was going to say hey. I was going to say hey, y'all. But we said,
see, we on time today. All right. We got to talk.
We got to talk.
We got a lot to talk about.
A lot to talk about.
And I got some notes on this iPad. And
I don't got nothing on here, but I just wanted to look. I just wanted to look like it's something.
But basically, we came into this video because we got to talk about entrepreneurship as a whole. We want to share our journey with y'all. We want to share some stuff that we learned with y'all. And y'all have not seen our faces together in a long time. Coming up on our year, we need to go ahead and do this with y'all.
Basically, entrepreneurship is kind of like, I don't want to say glamorized, but in a certain sense, yeah, like people don't really understand, like there's more in depth to it than just the surface level, getting hella orders.
It's more than what you see on social media. So we basically want to come to y'all on the real deal, like we do every single time that we come on this channel. And we want to talk to y'all, but come personal, but also give like tips and stuff that we learn. It's a learning experience what we're about to go through, but yeah, look, y'all, let's just get into it. Let's get it. Scratch that. Okay. All right. So first thing that we want to talk to y'all basically is like the beginning of being an entrepreneur and some of the things that we were actually able to dedicate time to. Yeah. So some of the stuff that we were able to do in the beginning of our journey that we can't do now. Like for example, I know for me specifically, before I actually had a heavy volume of orders like that, like I was able to sit and film all the details of everything I was doing packing these orders. Like y'all remember the first video,
and we'll put them up here so y'all can go watch too.
This video that we're about to put on the screen right now was my first packing orders video. I had 5 orders in my business, and if you go back and watch the whole entire video, like I was able to take so much time into folding my crinkle paper and like putting my tissue paper in all nice and neat and perfect. Not saying I don't do that still, but 10 minutes folding tissue paper is something I don't think I could ever do today in my business. And handwriting all of my thank you notes on the packing slips and stuff like that. And for YouTube, as far as filming goes, the time that I was able to dedicate to the filming quality of the videos, like you was over there filming it for me, it was all dynamic and stuff. And then she got tired of the business and wasn't able to film for me no more.
It goes hand in hand. So it's a different thing where you're setting up to filming packing orders, and then when you actually have to pack the orders without filming, it's like way more intense.
Right. So like I guess the stress behind it got anticipated because you don't have anything else to do but just pack that one order for the video.
Yep.
Imagine having 100 orders that you have to pack
in a certain time frame.
Exactly. By somebody's deadline, you got people emailing you and stuff like that. So basically, the first point of this thing that we're talking about is it's just so many little things that we were able to do with packing orders, with running our website, being on social media, that I don't think either.
So it takes time.
Okay. And before we even get too deep into this video, we both talked about this before we even sat down and filmed. We are not on here to complain,
no, not at all,
or to say that anything is not worth what we have to go through. We're here to show you so that when you are doing your own thing in your business, you actually see like realistic expectations. You will see like what it will actually be like being an entrepreneur. Because no shade to anybody else in their entrepreneur journey, but I feel like social media as a whole, like it over glamorizes stuff. Like you're gonna feel like you can just hop out of bed every day and just
you know. I feel like people assume that because you have a big following or because you've been in business or you're good at your business or you know a lot of things that I don't know, they hold you to a certain standard. Yeah, and that's why this whole entire conversation that we're having with you guys is super important, because we don't want anybody on this platform or anybody who's watching our videos to feel like any number associated with any account that we have personally, it don't mean nothing. Like this is, and that's why we don't even show our subscriber count, because you guys generally. Like, I was about to. No, you guys like us because
of us.
And it doesn't matter how many subscribers we have.
Right.
Like, it really just doesn't.
Like, no matter what that number is, we're
Yeah.
always going to be who we are. So, getting back on track, because we could chat. Okay. Oh my God. Okay, so what's something that you feel like you took a lot of time doing in your business that you don't think you did today?
Okay, so there's this one clip I'm about to insert, y'all. And a lot of you guys still comment on this video about my when I was doing jewelry, and that's another thing. Like, I switched my business completely. Like, I was doing jewelry at first, and I put the videos. I was doing resin and stuff at first, and then I started doing stamps with Lex 22. So when I was doing jewelry with Lex 22, y'all, I would literally take my earring cards or my necklace cards and write my business name on it because I tried to put it through the printer and can't put it through the printer. So I was like, how can I brand? And that's another thing. Branding is very important to me. So I would sit there and like handwrite, and I put on every one of my cards.
Yeah, look at how many cards was in that stack. Because I was just looking at the clip like, it was a lot of cards.
It was a lot of cards. And not that I didn't love the way it looked, but when it becomes order volume in the question as well, and you got to restock all that little teeny tiny stuff that you're handwriting and you're handling. Not that it's not. I love doing it. I love the personal aspect of it, but
we learned a lot. Like, we didn't know anything about. First of all, we didn't know about like clear, transparent stickers that you probably could have put on there.
And at the same time,
we didn't know that you could probably just order them offline and have somebody else print on them
literally.
instead of handwriting it yourself. So I guess in the beginning, like, we didn't really know what we was doing. We kind of just was like, all right.
We were always really creative people anyway. So whatever we didn't have, we want to make a way to have it. So I was like, I can just write it on there. But in the long run, the time that it takes,
it's just not.
It's not like, I don't want to say it's not worth it, but chill. It's just like
it's not.
You don't even care that it's on there, like.
And then that's another thing. I feel like both of us have learned, like, as far as like packaging goes, some of the things that we were able to do with packaging, like the amount of paper that we use in our packages, stuff like that. It's gonna get thrown in the trash. Like, no matter how, look, it's cute on YouTube.
It really is.
It is, and I love doing it. Like,
y'all know how we do when we get the packaging.
Packaging is
on holiday or just like
you have to do it up.
Okay.
But if all that stuff is going to get thrown in the trash, which we didn't realize at first, is it worth it to have two cards? You know, a business card and a thank you card, where you can combine them to both.
Do the business card on the front, thank you on the back, or
just a little bit of stuff like that that we're talking about, like stuff that you're gonna have to go and grab an extra sheet of paper when it could just be one piece of paper to put in there. So
it goes into not only just the time aspect of it, but the budget part of it. That's something we'll talk about later too.
Yeah, everything is budget, time, and efficiency. I feel like,
especially like we're talking about the growth aspect of a business. These little tiny things that don't seem like a lot when you don't have a lot to do. Like, of course you can do it, but then when you add in, you gotta pack the orders. You gotta
email your customers. You gotta post on social media 3 times a day. You gotta be able to get out the bed because
you gotta be on schedule.
Okay, it's a lot. It does become a lot, and thankfully we were able to do that first, so that we learned what we were able to do to cut back on some of those, I want to say minuscule tasks, because if they were tiny little details, it matters. And we're able to still do them, but we figured out a more efficient way. Like,
and the customers don't even, I don't want to say I don't care, but
I feel like y'all appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
But it's nice to receive a nice package, but at the end of the day, like we said, it's getting thrown away. I'm sure you guys would like to save the planet too, and like not use as much
paper.
That's a big thing right now. So we just figured out that it's not even necessary.
Some of the stuff is just completely unnecessary. Yeah. Next point is understanding that you are a sole body in your business and that there are multiple roles to fill, but not realizing the extensive workload it requires on you. Basically, like what we were just talking about, like, there's so many different tasks that you have as an entrepreneur. I'm just going to name like my top 3 like roles as being a business owner. You're your manager, you're your own co-worker, and you're your own social media / marketing expert, whatever you want to call it. So just thinking about that, like, that's already a lot. What else? Come on, we got more fingers. We got more fingers.
Not only that, okay? You gotta make the products. Like, in that part, especially depending on
if you're a handmade business or not.
Like, literally.
Right.
So,
because we're both handmade businesses, I feel like it was like, oh yeah, you know what? I can make all these different body butters. Like, I can make all these different resin notebooks, and then it's like, I don't know, you were cut for that, like, at least not in the long run. So I feel like part of this point is the fact that we learned to outsource some of the things.
Yes, and it's okay. Okay, so I guess another thing would be for us personally. I know for both of us, this is true. We take pride in doing everything ourselves. Okay, makes more sense. Like, and it's not. Of course, if we were able to, I'm sure we would still be doing this stuff ourselves.
I would. Yeah.
Like,
for example, like I would say doing all the social media on your own, like coming up with the templates that you want to post, coming up with the caption that you want to post, coming up with the way that you want to take your picture, coming up with all that stuff. Like, that's a lot of work on one person. Like, just social media is enough. So, for example, like I found another entrepreneur whose Instagram name I could probably put right here if I still remember it, but she has like this 365-day content creation calendar where I still use it to this day. And she has it all laid out, every caption that you need, every like subject matter that you want to post about, and how to get the audience to respond to it. So like how to get somebody to engage with it. That is something that I figured out how to do on my own, but once somebody else was doing the actual thinking part of it for me, I was like, girl, I can post all that. Right. I can post 3 times. Now that seems reasonable.
It does.
Yeah. Exactly. So it's like we both learned that, okay, yeah, you're your business owner, like you're everything in your business, but there's some tiny things that you can probably have
somebody else, or figure out another way to do it, where it's not like.
And luckily we had each other, because at the time before it got crazy, those people who work a 9 to 5, like they get to clock out at the end of the day. When you're an entrepreneur, you go to bed thinking about your business. You wake up thinking about your business. You be in the shower thinking about your business.
We're always on this topic of like not clocking out technically, so I just kind of wanted to like, y'all please don't eat me up. Don't eat me up in the comments. But my thing is, I feel like people, it's the fact that I have gum in my mouth. I'm so sorry. I forgot all about that. I guess what I'm trying to say is that people don't understand that. Yes, we're entrepreneurs. Yes, we work for ourselves, but that doesn't mean that you wouldn't go to work and work for 24 hours. Like,
no, you would not.
You would not do that.
Right. Especially with no pay. Like,
okay? So we also do have cutoff times as well. And I feel like that's very, very necessary. I think it's very, very important. And I feel like we, in the beginning, we neglected that 100%.
We would go downstairs into our office, and I'm going to probably roll a clip, because I know we got some office footage of us in there downstairs dancing, chatting, like having a good time. We would be like, okay, we're going to work 9 to 5 today. We're going to get up, make our breakfast, which we did. As y'all can see, we made our breakfast. Like, we sat down at the table and ate, and then around 4:30, 5 o'clock, we'd be like, okay, like, let's wrap it up. Let's get ready to cut our day off. We still on YouTube, like, this is still job number 1. So we still would be like, all right, well, I'm still editing, like, I'm not going to stop working because I'm editing. Work never stops.
It never stops.
And then for us to not have as many tasks as we have now, and work never stops, just imagine.
It's easier to keep going, but when you add in more orders, and you add in more like
sponsorship deadlines that we have to meet, like just specifically like deadlines all the way around that we have to meet. So I guess you have to realize early on that everything is going to be up to you. Like, if you don't get out the bed and post, that's on you. Like, nobody's going to post for you. Nobody's going to make the body butters for you. Nobody's going to carve these stamps for you. Like, it's all on you. Like, it's all on you.
And that's the part that's just like...
At least when you go to work, like, your manager can do the managerial tasks, and, your boss can handle all the paperwork. Like, you doing all that yourself. So that realization early on is going to save you in the long run, because you won't feel like you're burdening yourself with doing all the extra stuff. No, it's required up front. Like, you need to know going into it that this is what you're going to have to do.
And also you need a plan for that. Mm-hmm. So I feel like having a certain cutoff time, that's just a way for you to make sure that you're using your time.
Yeah,
discipline is so important, because like I said, when you're in a situation you have a regular, I don't even hate to say talk like this about regular jobs, but
when you're in corporate America,
okay, let's just say like that, corporate America. Damn, I don't forget what I was going to say. Like, you have like literally a 9 to 5, okay?
Yeah, you got your set
literally
breaks. You got your lunch breaks and stuff like that, and we do not. And I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate to that. Like,
but especially when you already have like a hustle mentality, it's very easy to neglect basic things. So that's why I was saying balance is important.
Yes.
So early on, we definitely, I don't know. I feel like we put the pressure on.
Like we did. We're Virgos. Y'all, I know y'all know this. If you're an OG,
the OGs be
comment down below if you've been here from the beginning of some of these videos. I already said it. What did you want them to do? Comment down down below if you saw how much work we put into our video content, how much the filming, the angle change, the text, basically the drama of it all. Comment down below if you see some of these old videos, or if you're a new subscriber, comment down below if you're a new subscriber, because hey lovely, but basically what we're trying to get y'all to see is that if you, this is a quote that I've seen somewhere, being an entrepreneur is not for everybody. And that's just, people want to say, well, how? Everybody can work for themselves, sure. But can you be your manager, your boss, your social media manager?
Can you be disciplined enough to eat?
Can you know how to clock out on time and eat and feed yourself when you need to feed yourself?
Okay, because they tell you when to go on your break.
And anybody tell you
to stop and chill and give yourself some much needed rest. Nobody gonna tell you that.
Nobody's gonna tell you that you need to sleep in today because it's time to get some rest. No, nobody's doing that. So basically, if you're ready for the task that you know you're gonna have to do up front, go for it. But if you're not, look, sis, don't do it.
Okay, because especially if you haven't already started, like, and this is not in no way, no shade, no tea, no nothing, but nobody's expecting, and that's what another thing we should have not held ourselves to a certain, like, because nobody knows our business at that time.
Right, or nobody knows
nobody's looking forward to it. So it's just like, give yourself the time to number one, do it,
do it the right way,
do it the right way, and then you won't have all these, like, how we're telling you how we. And this is not even like an F up or nothing. It's just like you learn as you go. But we trying to save y'all.
We are definitely trying to save y'all.
We done been there.
And we done that.
We
don't want y'all doing
don't
that.
Do that. Okay, don't even do that.
Don't even do that. Next. Next one is praying. Y'all, this one I wrote down. Hold on. Don't laugh in the comments. Praying so bad to get a sale that you, I don't even know if I ever told y'all this on the channel yet. It's the tea.
Now we spilling tea.
We spilling tea.
Y'all.
Look.
Okay, don't.
If y'all got something to say, like, just DM it to me. Like, don't put it in the comments. But no, this is real. This is real. Yeah.
Y'all go ahead and speak y'all piece, period. Okay, speak y'all piece. It is what it is.
Praying so bad to get an order that you will literally fake pack your orders. Roll the clips.
Cue the clip. Cue the clip.
I feel like we both have at least one video on the channel where we were packing orders.
I don't think I had two.
There was no orders in those packages, you guys. But look at the orders. Like, they're beautiful. We packed it beautifully. We practiced what it would be like.
And also, we were able to help you guys get ideas for your business as well.
Yeah, that was the goal, especially for being a YouTuber. But this is for people who are not doing YouTube. Because if you're not on YouTube, still fake pack these orders.
No, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like we might have. We might have touched on it, but we never like told y'all that we.
Yeah, this our team, like, this between me and you. Like, I wasn't gonna tell nobody. You wasn't telling.
Like, y'all love the game, so
we've been here for a year now. Y'all can know.
Y'all can know, and this is actually really good.
It's the power of manifestation. That's why I don't want to say it's fake pack orders.
It's not.
It's nothing fake about it. What we basically did was we talked about this. We were like, okay, like, as far as video content goes, we want to teach people how to package their orders and, like, how to ship products, especially, like, with cosmetics and stuff like that. It was my first time, but I knew at least a couple of things from watching other YouTubers that I could probably help, with somebody else out there. So we were like, all right, well, let's fake pack our orders and show other people how we would pack our orders when we do get those orders. We never said that these ain't gonna be filled. We just said ain't nothing in it right now. But we just want to show y'all what we're doing. Okay, so the clips that you're seeing are basically our manifestations. Like, we prayed so bad to get an order that we fake packed orders. And
it happens fast.
It does, yeah.
So those videos literally are the reason why we've gotten our first orders in the first place.
And you guys too. Like,
literally,
thank y'all for shopping with us and believing in us enough that you click the link in the descriptions. When I first started seeing those referrals say, like, you got to order and the referral was from YouTube, I'm like, I know a lovely did not come to you. I know the girls.
Y'all mess with us.
Y'all really mess with us that much. Like, y'all already be watching the ads for us. Y'all already watching and liking our videos.
No, y'all already show up, period.
Period,
so, like,
right.
And the fact that you show up again.
Again and again.
Again and again and again.
Listen, we will always be loyal to y'all if y'all
always
to us, okay?
Always.
But I guess the takeaway from this is, if you are if you are just starting your business and you're not sure that you will get a sale, don't say, oh, I've never gotten a sale, I've never gotten a sale. Say, I will get a sale, and I'm going to show y'all how my orders will look when I do get a sale.
Give them a reason to want to shop with you. Like, it don't have to
film it. Yeah, put it on YouTube, put it on Instagram. Show your potential customers what their orders will look like when they do receive it. Don't say, I don't have no orders, but you got all this inventory. You haven't done nothing with it. Like, pack an order. Sorry, camera died.
Awkward laugh. That's what you.
I hate my eye. She's twerking right now. Her shit is twerking right now.
My eye twerking like.
She got the clappers. You should be moving. And I guess like the last thing we probably want to say is like with growth comes changes. You have to you have to do stuff differently.
And you also have to be willing to change and willing to start or stop doing things that are or aren't beneficial to your business or to get into the next. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just it comes with growth, and that's with business. That's personal growth. That's a lot of things. So
and then let's not forget that like. With being an entrepreneur, you are still learning every step of the way. If you're not learning as an entrepreneur, you ain't really your own boss, baby, because it's something to learn every single day. Every single day. Like right now, I'm still learning that. I mean, like YouTube, every day on YouTube, like we're learning something new about how to get better content for you guys, how to film the content better,
how to understand
like, y'all
what's
know
best. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot that goes into a lot.
And everything. Okay. So I guess like to wrap the video up, we're going to do a part 2 and a part 3, but I guess we wanted to say, like, thank you guys so much for being here with us from the start of this video.
First of all, let's talk about the ones that are just now coming to this video. If you guys have gotten to this point and you love the video and you love our
please go ahead and give us a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, share the video with your other entrepreneurial friends. Go follow us over on both of our business pages. We're going to try to be more active on our business pages, kind of why we're doing this video. To keep it real with y'all, but we want y'all to keep seeing all the aspects of our business. Like, you follow us here, follow us on our social medias outside of YouTube, and make sure y'all are commenting other videos that y'all want to see, because we like to cater to y'all anyway. And we're not gonna film if y'all don't want to see it, so just let us know what you want to see. And I think that's probably gonna be a wrap for this one. Anything else we need to say?
Just stay tuned for part 2 and part 3, and comment anything specific that you want to see in those next 2 parts so that we can include
them in the next 2 parts. Yes, basically what this is going to be is a journey through our entrepreneurial growth. So like follow us through our entrepreneurial
and I feel like yearly we should do this, because I
like this. This is good for us too, because we can go back and look at this and
we love going back and girl.
It's the memories for me.
It really is, and it's just the fact that you guys were here with us the whole time.
We got witnesses. Like y'all see it. Y'all see it.
Y'all be manifesting for us, with us, about us,
yes.
Like,
which is also why like we show up on the platform still, because y'all started this with us, and we're gonna continue to give back to you any way that we can. Anyway. So, wait, before we end this video, y'all, wait, we have almost been Slay the Renee Way officially like monetized, like getting ads for a year.
So it's really like a whole year and everything.
You guys got to see the start of our joint business, and then we branch off to our own businesses, and then we're bringing it all back to the core, because Slay the Renee Way or no way.
See you.
Okay. See y'all in part 2.